Hello everyone, welcome to this Python tutorial focused on Python collections. Python collections are used to store multiple elements within a single variable. These Python collections help us manage and organize data efficiently. Whether you are a beginner or brushing up your skills, this video will help you understand the types, nature, mutability, and data handling capabilities of Python collections. Let's get started by defining what Python collection is. Collections are nothing but objects that contain zero or more members of objects, often called elements. These collections can be classified into three main classes or categories, such as sequence, mapping, sets. Under sequence, ranges, strings, lists, and tuples are categorized, where these four Python collections have common characteristics, such as ordering and indexing by whole numbers. These are characteristics of the sequence. Whereas mappings are nothing but which supports k-value mappings. Under this mapping category, dictionary is classified within this mapping class. Sets are categorized under set category, which supports unordered and unique elements. Mutability. Some of Python collections are mutable, whereas the others are immutable. Mutability is nothing but the ability to change or modifications about the contents of the Python collections. Under mutability characteristics, strings, tuple, and ranges are immutable, whereas this dictionary and the sets are mutable. We can modify the contents within list or within dictionary or sets. And in practice, when to use what is also important to recognize when we study these Python collections. Lists are applicable when we need an ordered changeable collection that allows duplicates, whereas tuples are applied to protect data for modifications, but still tuples allows duplicates. Sets are applicable when we need uniqueness and fast membership testing, but unordered characteristics is there. Dictionaries when we need to associate case with values. This is nothing but the springboard of the next hands-on tutorial section. In what follows, we will focus our discussion regarding to how to create each Python function, how to modify, if possible, the collections, and how to apply methods to each collection types. Let's get started. List is nothing but sequential collection of Python data values, because list is under sequences. And list is nothing but accessed values through index. Sequential collections allow accessing their values through index, and list allows different data types to hold. And list is also mutable. These all things, to one or the other way, we will see in the practice below. Now, what the first point here is how to create list. Creating list is the first concern. We do have a number of ways of creating list, but the simplest one is creating a list by enclosing elements by square brackets, such as x, 2, 3, 5, 6, y, another list of domestic animals, dog, cow, sheep. Third one is a list of different data types, super, 3, 5, 7, and 8. These are three lists, where the first list is list of 4 integers, I mean, 4 integers. These are list of 3 strings, right? Whereas the third one has a list of 4 items of different data type. In this case, we do have 4 distinct data types, where the first element is string, second one is float, third one int, this one is a list. Whereas these 3 lists are homogeneous because each list contains only one data type. The first one integer, second one all elements are string. Therefore, these 2 strings are homogeneous in data type perspective. The third one is heterogeneous in terms of data type. Well, the second point related to list is nothing but about modification of the once created list. For example, we can modify list using deal statement and item assignment. For example, modification or mutation of list using deal statement, for example, and item assignment methods, right? For example, we can assign or replace a value by the following statement: x as the first position can be replaced by the value 8. This replaces the value at index 0 by what? By 8, right? It should be executed first, then this one. Therefore, let us check what's the content of x now after modification. The original list is 2, 3, 5, 6. Now print the new x. This contains 8, 3, 5, 6 rather than 2. This is due to this statement. The other thing, we can delete any value from the given list also by this statement: delete x of 1, for example. This deletes the value at the index 1. What is the value at index 1 is 3. Now, what the new list contains, right? 8, 5, 6. No 3 there here because this statement, right? Now, modification is possible through these statements. The other is slicing. Slicing is also possible using this operator, colon. This is nothing but creating another list from the existing one. For example, let us create another list part of this original list. For example, let us create new list from the existing one. X from 1 to 3. X now is updated to be this X original by re-executing this cell. Now I am creating another list from the existing one. In particular, what this list is, print x new. X new is a variable which contains 2 elements, 3 and 5. 3 is the element at this position, 5 is this one. Right? Indexing in Python is made either from left to right or from right to left. If you consider from left to right, we start from 0, 1, 2, 3. If we direct from right to left, we start from -1, -2, -3. Right. Now this element 3 is at position 1 because this one is position 0, this one is position 1, this is position 2, but not including inclusive these 3. Therefore, in such a way that this new list can be created. The other point is modification of a list is possible through mutating methods. Mutating methods such as append method, extend method, insert method, remove method, then count method, index method, sort method, reverse method, and etc. Let us see one by one how to append. Now let us see one example how to add an element to the existing list. For example, let us update this original list, then let us add one element to the last of list X. Append, then we add 9 to the last position of X. This adds 9 to the last position of list X. Right, this is nothing but print now. X is updated to be 2, 3, 5, 6, 9. We added one element to the end of list X. This is due to this statement. Append. This is for single value. Whereas if we are interested to append values in terms of collections, for example, extending values can be lists to the existing list. We may use extend function. For example, extend list, another list, meaning 0, for example 0 and 4. Well, now we are extending values 0 and 4 to the end of this list. Right, it is adding values of 0 and 4 to the end position, to the end of the list X. Let us print this check X. Now, 2 elements are added to this list due to this code. Right? This is extend method which takes collections. Now this is a collection, which is list. This list is now to be added its value over this list in such a way that we obtain this new list. The other thing is to insert value to a specific index. Insert value to index 1 where the value to be added is 7. This statement adds value 7 to the index value 1. Index 1 is now occupied by 3, but due to this statement it will be occupied by 7, but 3 will take 1 position forward. Right? Let us run this one and print the modified X, and we come up with 2, 7, 3, 5, 6, 9, 0, 4 due to this statement. The other thing is removing X, remove 6, for example. This statement removes the value 6 from the list. Then print now. We expect to have list free of 6, right? No 6 here because deleted or removed by the statement. But the other thing is count. Let us count the value 5. How many 5s are there in this list? 1, right? This retrieves the number, the count, the times that 5 appeared in the list. Right? It appeared once, right? X index. Index this returns the index of specific given value. Was the index of 7 is 1, for example. The index of 0 is 5, right? The other thing is sorting ascendingly. It has sort the values in X ascendingly. This sorts values in X ascendingly, meaning from the smallest to the largest. Print X now. X starts from 0 to 3, the highest is 9. If you want to descendingly, we make use of the reverse function. Reverse is sorting values in the list descendingly. Then print X. Now this is the largest, this is the smallest, right? These all are mutating methods related to list. What we have learned from this is nothing but to operate a given list through a given method. We make use of the pattern object X separated by the period or dot, then the method name followed by the parenthesis. Within this parenthesis there may be argument or nil, right? This is nothing but the accustomed performing of object which is separated by period or dot. But the other important Python collection related to list is tuple. Tuple is similar to list but doesn't allow any modification and created by the following: creating tuple. This is simply created through the parenthesis. Tuple is created by parenthesis in which we do have values of different data types or homogeneous data type. For example, this one is tuple of integers, right? Integers. Or we can create a tuple free of any parenthesis. For example, 2, 3, 5. This also creates tuple. This creates tuple, which is free of parenthesis. Right? Let us run this one. Now let us check the type of this one. Print type of T. It is tuple. Same is true. Print type of TF. This is similarly tuple. So tuple can be created through parenthesis inclusion and free of parenthesis, meaning elements are there separated by comma. The operations can be performed with tuples. Tuples by their nature are immutable, are ordered, and they can also allow different data types. But regarding to the modification or any implementation related to tuple is limited. Rather, we can return the index of certain values, or we can find the frequency of an item in the tuple. This can be made through the following two methods regarding to tuple. Right. You have count and index method. For example, we can count value of 2. As usual, this retrieves the number of the value 2 appear in the tuple. How many 2's are here? 1. Therefore, this retrieves what? 1. Index t, the index of 2. At what index is this value 2 is? 1. Right. Other related operations that can be performed over a given tuple is nothing but slicing is possible here. Slicing is possible, meaning we can create another tuples from the existing one. For example, tuple new can be t 2 to 3. For example, this can be new tuple, print t new. This is new tuple of having one element, right? For example, if we could have 4 elements here and update this one, let us update this one. Therefore, this can be updated from this to this one. Wow, this would be new list having 2 elements, 2 and 4. This is due to slicing. Other important thing is nothing but Python tuple dictionary is another important Python collection where this explains key value pairs. This is nothing but this supports key value pairs. In this discussion, we will learn about what dictionaries are and how they differ from lists, and how to create, access, update, and delete dictionary entries. Is a concern of this section, right? The next step is creating dictionary. Dictionary is created using square curly bracket, right? Now, for example, let us create a dictionary of having 3 items: name, where name is Regi, age, where age is 30, third one is country, India. This creates dictionary of 3 items. Wow, let us run this one. Now this is a dictionary which consists 3 items, where item in a dictionary is defined to be the key with value pair, where this one is one possible item, this one is second, is third one. Item to item are separated by comma, right? These are the keys. Left side of the column are keys, whereas the right side of the column are the values of the respective keys. Therefore, what the next step is accessing the values of a given key. Accessing value using keys, right? Now, accessing values, unlike that of lists, in dictionary is possible through keys, not by whole numbers. For example, user p age. What's the age of the user? This prints. Let us print this one. Print. This prints the value of the key age. Right. This is 30. What's the value of name? Is nothing but Regi. the country or the subject country is India in such a way that we can find the respective values of keys. What's other thing related to dictionary is nothing but we can update a value through item assignment, or we can delete an item from a given dictionary. For example, we can update modification of dictionary through such as delete statement and item assignment. Right? For example, we can add one extra item to the existing dictionary. Here, for example, let us add user P email of reggae is nothing but reggae at gmail.com. Right. Now one item which consists key, email, and value. This one is now added to the user P variable. Now print user P. Now this one is updating due to this item. One item has added to the list of the user P dictionary due to this statement. Right. We can also delete an item from the dictionary with user P, for example, country or age. This deletes the item age 30 item. Right. Now let us see the change. Print user P. Now this user P is free of age item. Right. No age here. No age here because it is deleted. Now what's the other thing is application of some relevant dictionary methods. Right? Dictionary relevant methods such as get method, keys method, items method, update method. Right? Let us see one by one. For example, let us get the value of the key age. For example, user P get the value age. This statement returns the value for key age. Right? It is nothing but 30. Similarly, we can get another value for another key. For example, this is country, India. Right? This is nothing but another means of accessing dictionary values through get method. But the other thing is obtaining the keys, the possible keys of a given dictionary. For example, user P keys. Right? This returns the keys of the dictionary. Right? These are nothing but the keys are name, age, and this one. Whereas the values, user values. Right? These are no. What is wrong? This is about naming of the variable. We don't have user variable. Now this one are nothing but the values are reggae, 30, and India corresponding this keys. The other thing, items. Now, user P items. This returns the items in terms of tuples. Right? Name, reggae, age 30, country. This one in terms of the tuples as entry of the dictionary items. Another important thing is updating. Updating is nothing but analogous of extend in a list. We can extend or update another dictionary values over the existing one. For example, update, right? Dictionary, for example, the occupation of the user, occupation of the user is nothing but teacher, right? It's nothing but this adds an item in the last of the dictionary, right? Dictionary. Now print the new dictionary user print. Wow, this is nothing but name, age, country, occupation. This has already added now to this statement. This is analogy to that of item assignment that we have seen before. Right. This one is about dictionary. Enough for today. But the last one, but not least, let us see about set. Set about set. Now, what are sets in Python? Sets are nothing but unordered collections of unique elements, right? Set is nothing but unordered unique elements, right? For example, how to creating set can be made using the curly brackets, right? Using curly brackets, such as set is nothing but 2, 3, 6, 7, right? 7. This creates set of 4 elements, right? This consists of 4 elements separated by comma and enclosed within the curly bracket is a list, right? Now, what the type of this one is? Nothing but set, right? Now, what we can operate with set is nothing but such as union, intersection, difference, and is all. If we have 2 sets, for example, 2, 3, 6, and this one, B sets of 2, 4, 9, 1, right? We can obtain the union of this one by printing A or B. This gives what? The union of the 2 sets, right? 2 is common. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 6, 9, right? Whereas intersection A and B gives was the intersection of the 2 sets are nothing but 2 and 9, right? This is 9 and 2. What's the difference? Print A minus B prints. The difference is nothing but the difference of all elements in A without B. It is nothing but it prints 3 and 6, right? This is nothing but difference. The other thing is methods, mutating methods related to set, add, remove, clear, and copy are the methods that can be applied to set. For example, we can add an element to set A. Add, for example, you can add what? Letter H, right? No. Letter H, right? We can add. Now print A. What A contains? 2, 3, 6, 9, H, right? And we can remove A, remove 6, right? Print A now. Print A. This one is free of 6 because removed here around. and clear all elements of a set. We may use clear. This clears all elements in